Hello, welcome to Books at the Bottom of the Books. La la. Hello, welcome to Books at the Bottom of the Stairs. My name's Lorene. I'm wondering if you're having one of the problems that I experience about maybe twice a year, where you look at your book pile and you just think, I detest you. I seriously detest you. And I'm having that experience. So I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I have a bunch of books here. Some of them are gifts, like not really gifts like they were birthday presents, but oh, you'll like this. And so what if you watch these videos and you've given me a book and I'm about to rant? I do love you, whoever you are. What I have happening here is just a whole lot of books that have come onto my shelves that people have lovingly given me, or I have discovered in free libraries, or one of them actually in a box of free books that was on Saturday. And this one might actually be interesting, I'm not sure. But anyhow, these are things that are motivated by pure impulse on someone's part. And so I thought, since this shelf is really disappointing me with respect to what do I want to read next, not just for packing for the trip that I've already expressed in an earlier video, but like, what do I want to read next? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out the stuff that's making me feel cross. So what have we got? Well, the first ones are actually the ones that I have opted into. This first group. These are the ones that I want to read in the summer. And I'll talk about those later. But I have Timothy Findley, The Wars. Now, I used to like Timothy Findley. I may have read this. I maybe didn't. I'm not sure. Then I have Annie Proulx, The Shipping News, and I think I picked that up from a free library because it's been a topic, this book's been a topic of conversation a couple of times, either in other booktubers referencing it, or people around me going, oh yeah, that was such a good book. And I'm pretty sure I've read it. Do I want to reread it? I don't know. Then I have The House of Broken Angels by Luis Alberto Urrea. Beloved patriarch Miguel Angela, called The Big Angel. Oh yes, so the whole family shows up, and it's 4 generations celebrate Big Angel and his mother, and I think somebody dies along the way, and again, I think this was a free library book. I don't know. It doesn't like totally rock my socks. Oh, I think this is a non-fiction. I don't really know how it came into my hands. Library, An Unquiet History by Matthew Battles. And libraries have not only accumulated and preserved, but also shaped, inspired, and obliterated knowledge. A rare books librarian and gifted narrator, we go from Baghdad to Boston. Oh, this is a travel book, maybe. Anyhow, non-fiction-ish, and these two, I'm looking forward to these two, but they're going to go in the summer. And then I have a Helen Humphreys book that I'm looking for 2, Where the Wild Ladies Are, translated, but it's originally written by Matsudo Aoko. And I don't know if I paid for it. There's a price tag on the back. In a company run by the mysterious Mr. Tay, strange things are afoot. Incense sticks lead to a surprise encounter. A young man reflects on his mother's death. A fox-like woman finally finds her true calling. The female ghosts appear in unexpected guises, and their gently humorous interactions with unsuspecting humans lead to deeper questions about recent changes in Japanese women's lives. Not grabbing me at all. That's a 0. A Street of 1,000 Blossoms. Tokyo in 1939. 2 orphan brothers dream of a family firmly rooted in tradition. The older boy, Hiroshi, shows early signs of promise at sumo wrestling, and the other is fascinated by the art of no theater masks. So the war comes in. That one's kind of a potential. John Steinbeck, The Grapes of Wrath. This is a reread for me, and I think we got into a John Steinbeck conversation last winter. I might reread it. Maybe it's not awful. Then there's another, Helen Humphreys, Daphne du Maurier, The House on the Strand. Now, there's been a lot of conversation about Daphne du Maurier too, having written more than just Rebecca and that other one. So I picked this up from a used bookstore for $1 or something like that, because I thought, well, Daphne du Maurier, let's see what else she does. She could be interesting. So I am slightly interested in that one. And then Cheryl picked this one up for me, A Silver Spoon of Solomon Snow by Kay Umansky. It's got a cool cover. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's about. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. And then this one, actually, I'm not even, why is it even there? It should go upstairs. I've already read it. I love the movie. Good Night, Mr. Tom. Oh my goodness. This is definitely a book that will not crush your soul. Part 4, which hasn't happened yet. This is such a beautiful story. I'm maybe I'll talk to you guys about it when I come back from my trip. And then I picked up the Edward Eager series, the Tales of Magic, which I read when I was a kid, and I picked it up for middle grade March and didn't get to it. So this is actually a project for next year. So it's just on the shelf in order that I don't forget. And the last one is one called A Rover Story by Jasmine probably, Varga, Newbery Award winner of Other Words for Home. So I heard good reports about this one, and I picked it up the day that I broke my ankle and was really lala gaga in the bookstore. And yeah, so I got a good price for it. And maybe this is, I wonder, could this be the book that I take with me? I should, maybe this is a eureka moment. Okay, so, oh, and then there was Dragons, a book of dragons, which is the kind of thing I like to read at bedtime. So, you know, where it's, each chapter is sort of its own subject. It says Chinese dragons, Japanese dragons, that sort of thing, water dragons. So, what does that all mean? Oh, you know, there's another book on here that's driving me mad. Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Okay, I know everybody loves this book, and I do love this book too. It's too long. Oh my God, it's when I say things like this, I just feel so shallow. She writes about nature as an Indigenous first person, and as a biologist, and as a mother. And I'm keen with the Indigenous, I'm keen with the biologist, but the mother part just kind of, I don't know. I have 2 kids, but I don't know. I just don't want them to be that big of a part of my life. Oh, I'm so terrible. Anyways, very little of my art or my writing is informed by my children's experiences. I just feel they were, like, we had a relationship, and I'm not sure I want that shared with the world. Partly in case they challenge me on it, but partly because I just think it was our relationship. So I don't love mother stories. What does that make me? I don't know. Anyhow, it's driving me crazy because it's been here for ages. It's got to go. It's just, in order for me to look at this shelf and not scream, it has to go. Maybe I'll read it when, well, I know there aren't any grandchildren coming either, so, maybe I'll read it when I'm old and I've forgotten that I have children. There we go. There's a plan. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the one book. I'm going to put these underneath because they're maybes. I'm going to put this one in the pile to take with me on the trip. And I think it's hardcover though. Oh well. And I'm going to take the Daphne du Maurier with me too, because if I don't love it, I'm going to be okay letting it go. And I know I haven't reread it. These two are going to go back on the shelves over by, and these are nonfiction, so they don't really count because you never know when you're going to get into nonfiction. I think that's it for me. Oh yeah, I picked this one. Oh no, I'm going to talk about this later. Okay, confusion point. That's it for me. I hope all your reading dreams and adventures continue to come true, and I will see you shortly. Take care for now. Bye-bye.